CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Way to go, guys. Let's go work. Let's go to work. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now, check. Patriot!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, we used to see him the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
That one goes for 24 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, Detroit. Hot.
Mayfield now on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpointing here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
He'll get it up the middle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Zebra. Right. Chris Petit.
On second down, here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mayfield on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Gone.
Mayfield on play action. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And out now come the Seahawks. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And they've got it here with a first down. Here's a give to Penny. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's 3rd and 5.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing is Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A handoff to Penny, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12.
On second down, Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
To throw, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's second down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Mayfield to throw it. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination, but they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check 50, check 50. Check. Green 80. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
To throw is Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Green 80. Hey, Brody. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's complete to Jerome Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. Penny, a first down carry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Janikowski good with the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Gone!
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Joe Schobert in there to get him for a loss of 5. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Green 80! Zebra. Saturday.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A second quarter score from Carson. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! Set! 3-19! 3-19! Gun!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got it. This is Ware. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness,
Detroit!
there's a premium for all of that now.
Now let's go!
Mayfield off the play fake. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throw it. Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Detroit! Here we go now. Detroit! Green, 39!
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll buy some time right. He hits Baldwin right side. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Right there, 54 Mike. There.
Come on, QB, come on.
Mike's 5-4, Mike.
Wilson will throw again. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Detroit. 39.
They go play action. Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Rattling. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Detroit!
The first down carry here for Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Mayfield down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now Wilson on second down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Wilson, over the middle, complete. It's Baldwin, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Here's Wilson to throw.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Spread left. Tight. Move 15. Stand up in.
They run for it with Carson, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and this Browns defense stands tall. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On third down, Johnson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch him now, Barney!
A first down throw from Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
First down, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The 20. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Zebra. Move the team.
On second down, here's Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
14.
To throw again. Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw. No, the rhythm seems off. Landry now on the return. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
On 2nd down, Wilson. It's caught. Baldwin. Back now in Seattle, Washington.
Well. What's tight? Tight is right.
Zebra. Tight. Green 80.
Now Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up second down. They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage, they've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Play fake. Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Yeah, baby. Boom. Gun. Detroit. All right, here we go.
Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
Watch him now, Barney. Gun.
Throwing. Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Philly, here we go. Blue 90.
from the shotgun. It's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns continue to roll.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
14.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's got his man on the comebacker. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's Wilson. And now here is another interception. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction. And that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They go play action now. Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 1st down, Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Second and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield.
18. Sorry, Green lady.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the pass.
Again, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now third and goal.
14, Friday.
Check.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Some bad Super Bowl memories certainly surfacing for the Seahawks. Another pick thrown from the 1-yard line.
If we weren't both here together, there's no way you could convince me that they did that this was going to happen again.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now Zaire Jones coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, now, look at 56.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 50 yards.
Watch it now, boy.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Hey, we are
Set. 319. 319.
Banjo.
Detroit.
Banjo.
Gone. Detroit. Leopard. Hut.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cleveland, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.